Hey everybody, Rosematter here. Welcome to part 7 of my Disco Elysium playthrough. So a lot of new information has come out surrounding the murder of the mercenary, whose name we learned, oh my gosh, it starts with an E, Elias, Ellis, something like that. So it turns out that he was not killed by the Union members, as we first thought, but he was shot by an unknown assailant while he was with Clausia. And a woman named Ruby, who's the actual leader of the Hardy Boys, was the one who set up the whole plan to make it seem like a hanging. So we have to find Ruby. We have to find who, find the killer, find out where they shot from, and that brings us to where we are now, which is the new area that's been opened up on day 3. So we kind of explored a little fishing village, but it seems like there's a lot more to see. So that's pretty much where I'm going to spend the rest of the day doing, is exploring this new area. And we did get our ID back, so now we can go back and talk to... Oh my gosh, what is the woman's name? The Wild Pine representative, Joyce. We could talk to her and work with her now. So yeah, there's a lot of information that we got. A lot of stuff is opened up to us, which is very exciting. So yeah, let's get back into it and check out the new area and see what new information we can get. That's right. That's right. I also got this sweet new digs from a woman at the fishing village, so I don't have to give that asshole guard any more money, which is nice. I did pay for tonight's room, so I'm at least going to stay at the Whirling in Rags for one more time, but that's nice that I don't have to spend any more money, so I can be a little bit more loosey-goosey with spending my money on stuff, which is nice. And I did attempt to shave, you know, kind of like new day, new me, but it didn't work out so well. I did not do well with my checks last time. Okay, let's kind of get my bearings here. Yes, there is Lillian, I believe was her name. She's amazing. She's my new love. Forget Clausia. She's badass. Oh, geez, I ran right by these. I think those are Lillian's kids, so let's go talk to them. I don't even think I didn't talk to them before.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
All right, you must be Lillian's twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum,
Explains the other one, tongue still lolling out of his mouth. I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. The stone kicking isn't even of very high caliber. Anyone can do that.
Okay, look at me flexing on literal children. You guys look identical.
The stone kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated.
he looks just like me.
Yeah, I said that.
The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt.
You're bad with kids.
The lieutenant remarks with evident glee. I am, yes. What are you, Kid Master General? It's impossible to be good with kids. They're too stupid. I'm gonna say, what are you, Kid Master General?
Maybe I am. Now, how about some actual police work? We are not getting anything here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's these guys as well. That's right, I saw them over here.
Hey, Tequila!
Hey, that's me. A 30-something man clad in a two-piece lycra tracksuit puts down his pilsner and extends his hand in greeting.
Good
His
to
name is
see
Idiot
you.
Doom Spiral.
How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
All right.
So what's happening?
Wait, Tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street gang. Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
Alright, not too hot. I'm on a 50-year losing streak. Reality, it makes me aggressively sad. I don't know. People tell me I'm a cop. I'm getting used to that. I re-entered reality to conquer it, to bend it to my will. I am the law. Let's say people tell me I'm a cop. I'm getting used to that.
It's good to hear that you're on top of things. Talking about used to, did you know that I used to be a real mover and shaker?
He thoughtfully picks at his shit-stained Lycra jacket.
Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom's Spiral Land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
He takes a sip from his beer.
This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization, a fraternity of drunks. Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation.
Okay, what do you guys do around here? Could you and your pals... Oh, I could have them sign the document. Tequila Sunset, that's my nom de guerre. Okay, let's go with... What do you guys do around here? Drink, obviously.
We are saving the world.
He looks at his comrades.
Please don't go. Don't go.
Begs the man in the pipe, don't call Abigail.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out.
I say, like, for a drunk, he's very well spoken. So you could
now
tell...
it's a pirate's life for me.
You could tell, like, he probably was, yeah, he was like a... Maybe a rich guy at some point, talks about his business buddies, he had a girlfriend or a wife or something, so it's like he was living big, and then, obviously, something happened to him. Okay, I don't know if I want them to sign the document, so let's just say this one.
It definitely is.
Do you know me?
Oh, do I? Of course. Don't you remember?
No, you sure don't.
Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be?
Kim, I know you probably already know all this because, yeah, there was a whole thing about me crashing my car into the lake, but I always feel embarrassed when Kim's right there and, like, people are about to regale me with tales of my fuck-uppery.
Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
Okay, for some reason the name Tequila fills me with foreboding. Maybe I shouldn't learn what it means. Ah, nah, fuck it. Go ahead. Kim's with me to the end, it doesn't matter, right?
Mm-hmm. Let me take a sip to moisten up my cords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday, and by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
Wait, did we meet on Friday?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting.
He takes another sip, then continues.
You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head, right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
It is. Does that sound like something you'd do? Yeah, probably. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
This doesn't sound like me at all. It absolutely sounds like me. What happened then?
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling. One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in. Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence.
He's a good storyteller.
Followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic. What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs, "The time hath come!"
Amazing.
So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things."
Every word I said was true. Tequila Sunset will break the looms of reality. I'm gonna say nothing. It's more dignified that way.
After which, your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice.
Your hands cramp on the steering levers.
We ran towards the ice, whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep.
In this way, you and your motor carriage have a lot in common.
Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to. We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
Wait, so is Tequila Sunset an event or a name?
I'm not sure. I think you were the event. Tequila Sunset. You know, as opposed to a tequila sunrise, which is long gone.
My real name is Harry.
No, that's just what your mother called you. Your real name is Tequila Sunset. Just embrace it, brother.
How long do we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful.
Oh no,
and
oh no,
also
oh no.
whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
Kim's like, no comment?
If you only knew.
Alright, did I tell you anything specific about this person that fucked me? I'm afraid if I delve too deep into this, my morale is just gonna keep plummeting. Alright, let's do it.
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
Please,
Oh
don't
no.
open that door.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Abigail.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
Alright, did I mention losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge?
Oh no.
You said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
Did I say anything about my colleagues?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping...
Not
your
you, Kim.
style.
I didn't know you before this. You're cool.
It's more like you were cramping theirs.
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Did I say anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit.
Oh, I'm the hermit cough now. Did we talk about politics?
Yeah, you said that it was okay that you crashed your carriage because the spectral hand of the market was guiding you. This was before you started talking about how the pinkies were always trying to fuck you.
Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was?
You kept calling yourself a goddamn
That's right, I'm a superstar
who
cop,
cleared
rock star cop.
501 cases.
As you've already determined, the actual number is just over 200. But what's a little embellishment between friends?
No thanks to the squares at the precinct, as you put it. It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. You want to tell me another one sometime?
You too, Tequila
Not
Sunset.
now. We'll leave that for now. I've got a lot of exploring to do, but we'll talk to these guys
Good
first.
to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for
Oh,
you,
stuff I
buddy
can
boy?
buy? Alright.
So what do you
Oh,
want?
okay.
I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap.
Ooh,
I got Pilsner, great deal.
300
You won't
real.
get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real.
Damn.
I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
Holy cow.
Aye, by amphetamine, I mean speed.
I think you didn't hear me when I said I'm a police officer.
Sure did, buddy boy. That's why I said amphetamine. I mean speed. I mean amphetamine. I got both. Good, my man. Now what can I offer you? Oh, the system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard. You see, friend, man makes his own luck, and I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor ex-squeeze, sold 2 to the fellows around here, and immediately invested the profit. Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now. I got everyone on my hook.
He spreads his arms and smiles a crooked, toothless smile.
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
It looks like you're on your own hook, too.
Of course. It is what it is, you know. What it's always been.
Yeah, I want to know
People,
this.
buddy boy. It's the people.
Why does the bottle of spirits cost 300? Can you even make 300 real in this game? I assume you can if you can buy it.
See, friend,
I want to know how.
It's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture. You know, it's funny, actually.
He bursts out laughing, then takes 3 gulps of his Pilsner and stares at you intensely.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What?
Keep him talking.
What do you mean, what? What did you think was funny earlier?
This guy.
Conversation might bring a discount, no?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office. I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink.
Spits a nasty yellow clod on the ground before you.
Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go. It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
Have they no shame taking money for a service they provide?
But the idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead fingers. Swipe 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Through the snake's
Oh
hat
my
and voila.
gosh.
What's left is this beautiful blue stuff.
Oh, what's that stuff called?
98.7% almost pure alcohol.
Oh, what is the liquid? I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, the stuff that they use to preserve stuff. Oh, it's... I can't remember.
2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last
3
one is
real?
yours for 3 real.
I thought it
if
was
you want it.
300.
Yeah, you thought right. Don't even try to sneak anything past old Rosemary here. I got all senses locked on you, buddy boy. So what will it be?
Alright, 3 real's a fair price.
Aye, the mind. Plays tricks sometimes. Always double check. So, you want it or not? Yeah, be careful. It's extremely
Oh, could I
flammable.
use this?
One spark and the entire city
I'm
of
definitely not going to
Revachol
drink
is
something
wiped
that's
off the map.
99% alcohol. I will just straight up die. But maybe I could use it as like a Molotov cocktail or something?
Feels like someone set a mustard field ablaze right inside your nose.
I am not drinking
then
that,
drenched it
absolutely
in
not.
tear gas. Your nose is a singular source of pain.
I'll buy
But at
it.
the same time, you don't remember the
Because maybe it'll
last
come in
time you
handy. I'll just have to
felt so
just have to be
alive.
very careful not to drink it.
So, what's the deal, friend? 3 real and it's yours, friend. Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend. In the
Oh, task
civilized
gained.
world, it's a
Spirit is
custom to
eternal.
tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
Alright, we'll take a look at that. Grumbles, an unshaven man with a ruddy nose. He narrows his eyes at you as if in recognition, then turns his head away.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
This is making me uncomfortable. I'll say, I'll call whoever I want. Don't tell me what to do.
Abigail! Don't call her!
You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk. Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life. but this guy's a little too drunk.
Maybe I could get something to help wean him off of it, and then maybe he'll talk to me. Maybe he'll have the answers to everything, but I just need to, like, get something to sober him up. Okay, let's check out these blue medicinal spirits. The liquid has an unearthly blue tint, the kind that might or might not, but definitely does glow in the dark. This is 98.7 pure alcohol. Keep it away from an open flame. Yep, that feels like that's gonna come up at some point. Okay, so what was this thing about spirit is eternal? The horrific necktie is getting ready for the end game. For the love of God, do not remove it till the magic happens. Oh, so should I put the necktie back on? Okay, all right. I guess maybe we'll put the necktie back on. It feels like this might be a bad idea. Okay, necktie is on. All right, we're done with these guys. We have a lot to check out, so let's go. Oh, okay. Hey, quick travel unlocked. Oh my gosh, quick travel. Amazing. That's something I didn't even think about with this game. I was like, yeah, there's not... I haven't even used, really, the quick travel. I just run from place to place, just in case, right? Like, you never know if you might... The amount of times that I've noticed something just by re-exploring a place. Okay, a drawbridge can only be lowered from the other side. Full of holes, could these posts hide treasure? Let's see. Oh, alcohol, okay. Nice. Money, nice. More money, very nice. Well, that was, there we go, very prosperous. You feel the shadow of a very large building fall on you.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood. Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock rattling
Maybe,
against the door.
I've got the chain cutters, right? Maybe?
I don't think that's going to work.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold. The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch. You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before.
What makes it so modern?
It's the contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and the rigor mortis. As if the cheery guy didn't know he was dead, or the dead guy didn't care that he was. Either way, you get the sense the forces of future are at work here. He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
What does it look like to you?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency. For Revachol Z aussi, The moral intern defined junior delinquents as minors between the ages of 10 and 16 who have committed an act in violation of the law. These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by minors are called delinquent acts. This was part of your officer's exams.
What is suggestive of junior delinquency here?
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Padlock, padlock, padlock. I agree, it's not very, or it's very modern, but does the cheery guy not know he's dead, or does the dead guy not care that he is? What is the source of the irony here?
That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least. Should you want to get through, it might
There we
be
go,
easy to
pry
just
bar.
pry the whole
This
thing
is where
off.
Mr. Prybar comes in handy.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment.
There is a touch of guilt in his voice.
Okay, should we start with the kick drum coming from the ice? I heard a sound before.
Yes, the pulsing bass. A sure sign of junior delinquency. Somewhere east of here.
There's something on the sea ice there.
All right, we'll go check that out.
An old door, worn by
Impossible.
elephants, guards the depot. The wind has blown
Oh, it's a red
sand
shack
in
too.
front
Yep,
of
not
it.
messing with
The
that.
door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
It's military. A service depot of some sort. The washerwoman mentioned a depot at the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
Could this structure have been used to take the shot?
From here to the whaling? I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Holy cow, this place is huge. Right. Tio Motiri seems important somehow. Could this be the setup? Oh, this is a place where someone could take a shot, right? So if we... Someone who... Oh, the ladder's too rusty to climb. I was like, damn, if we could find someone who smokes those cigarettes, they could be the killer. Oh, another tie. Scented scarf. Shivers -2 physical instrument. A scented scarf, huh? This light springtime scarf smells like men's cologne mixed with cheap laundry detergent. Someone must have left it behind, probably from a date. Wear it if you want to delude yourself that spring has arrived. I know I said I should probably keep the tie on, but we'll put that on for now. Looks much better. I like it. It's a nice mint blue. Oh, we got a white polo shirt and some money. Man, I'm finding a lot of clothes here. Sure looks worn and smells a bit. You can't help but wonder what would leave it stuffed in a terror container. What kind of man would even wear a polo shirt? This might be one of life's mysteries that will never be solved. What's polo anyway? No, really, what the hell is polo? I love the descriptions for the clothing especially. Oh, we got... Okay, there's a person here.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s.
It's not
kneels
Ruby.
on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh. Hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you vulnerable to
You want a
cold.
party? Did I say to this
You bet
child?
This one likes to.
Oh man, dear child is freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
She looks up at you, distracted.
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
I do have a hat. What? I should, and I do.
Oh. I didn't notice that.
Okay, it's nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
Okay. Regain authority in her eyes. Now, is that kind of language really necessary?
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
Alright, there's a pained expression on her face. She'll answer your questions. What's your name?
Estelle.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
Why? Okay, it's Burger. This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike. No idea.
What is this? Does this have anything to do with Contact Mike?
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
No, I mean the boxer.
No, this is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside solid objects. Contact mic just beats people up.
I'm not going into this Contact Mike thing. How does this thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Where'd you get the mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum.
Alright, what's the Palaceum?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here.
Jesus, it sounds like a place for congregating homosexuals. I'm not gonna say that. Who's this Arno guy?
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person.
I get down. I disco.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
Nor do I, but I have concrete evidence that I rock in the form of a wrecked tape player in a completely trashed hostel room.
That's cool.
Never mind. Let's talk about the contact mic.
Sure.
I have some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
What are you recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
Wait, what happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
Everything checks out, sire.
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden.
Take this, you're cold.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that.
Oh,
I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Lieutenant backs up. He throws you a glance. Oh, do I give her my... Oh, shoot. But that's my cool... What's his name? Dick Grayson hat.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so what I'm gonna do I give her the hat. I'm gonna put on the orange bum hat instead, because I don't mind losing that one.
Hello again. Recording. I think I'm recording the musician.
Okay, let me
Anyway, I
get
don't really
back
She
to
looks
where
up
we
to
were.
this.
No, ma'am.
It's okay.
Alright, here we go.
Thanks.
She puts it on. It's a bit large for her. You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
The boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are
They
inside?
got too much stuff crammed in there. No room. Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Go ahead.
Okay, tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church.
It's supposed to become like a club for Nordic dance music. Like that
Oh
new
yeah, that's
style
right,
of
because the
synthesizer stuff they
woman,
play
the
at
old woman in the
Palaceum.
fishing village, she said that she hears music coming from the church.
Except that,
People going in and out of it.
yeah,
She looks at the old wooden church up on the poles. As a mean wind comes bellowing in, the 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek. What is anhedonic dance music?
you know, a Nordic,
Or
cathodic
nautic, sorry.
music that's made with electronic instruments. What do you need to know?
You want to turn the church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, don't get me wrong, but you're cops, right?
Yes, why do you ask?
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right? They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else?
Did you put the padlock on the church door?
No, not really.
She's trying to get out of a direct lie with semantic tricks. She personally didn't put the padlock on the door.
Okay, if you personally didn't, then who did?
Yeah, you know, that's what I meant. Noid did. Noid put the padlock on the door.
Wait, is this Noid a friend of yours?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
And why did he put a padlock on the door?
To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about him, he'll tell ya. Go ahead.
Okay, so empathy. We'll see if I have anything for empathy. Okay, it's not much. Also, I will... Let's put that in my hand instead.
Hello
Check to
again.
see if it's a white check. It is a white check. Okay, let's give it a try.
The device
Yeah,
is from
sweet.
her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
Okay, I'm sorry you have to sit here on the ice feeling miserable at your age or any age in this weather, waiting for it to get dark.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended for it to be better for you, but they failed. It's easier to live in their failure with this by your side.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
Oh, it's not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now.
What is? I know. I'll stick to it.
Something changes between you two.
Yeah.
She looks at you differently now. As an equal. A fellow human being.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer? Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to.
I guess there is something that's been making my life hell.
What is it?
Okay, I think it's the plight of the working class. Everyone's just mooching off the entrepreneurial class, shackling the doers. I think it's all these poor people taking our jobs. People just keep putting their selfish interests ahead of the greater good, let's say that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no one understands that sometimes you got to make sacrifices for the sake of progress. It's all very distressing.
So, the thing that's been eating you is the slow pace of social progress?
Let's see. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for slow and steady progress. I just wish people would be a little more reasonable is all.
Okay. So you're not that upset. Uh-huh. And you're sure it's social progress you're distressed about, and not,
Oh.
I don't know,
Alright.
some chick?
Now that you mention it, I found these letters I've thrown in the trash. They might have something to do with it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
They had the faintest scent of chewing gum on them. I could still smell it under the shit. They were written in a woman's hand, and boy, did reading them make me not feel good.
There you have it then. Chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
Look at me just bearing my soul to this teenager. I don't remember.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
I remember her scent, and that's all.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
I'm sure. Why would I have reacted so strongly otherwise?
How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
Oh, maybe. I think it's more about me getting so unbelievably drunk I completely erased all memory of this world.
Yeah. Or it might be that. This one time I did so much booze that I forgot
did
too.
so much booze.
It's obvious she's done more than.
So I was right. She does like to party.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank. You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich. You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten though. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
Alright, well, that was an interesting conversation.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking apparel, reminiscent of the sticker on the padlock, are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. Sorry, you barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
Kim, how old are you? I'm sure I'm older than you.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home.
That's right, 'cause
I'll
I'm
keep watch.
disco. I'm sure these guys would look down on disco. They'd be like, oh, that's some old man shit. What if these are like my new best friends and I'm like, oh my god, I love this music. Forget being a cop. I just want to hang out in a tent with these punks.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Walshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secret.
Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Here comes the night!
Could there have been a right way? out of
Solve
this
the
dark,
egghead
fucking
puzzle.
house?
Oh. So I have to solve this puzzle now? Oh, wrong thing. I want to do. Convince Gart to let you sing karaoke. That's not what we want. There has to be some way to talk to this person. You just haven't found it yet. It's definitely not about signs. What if you just try again? Find your way out of this maze of things to say. Alright, let's try
The young
again.
man
This is hardcore. Hardcore! Hardcore, internally coherent. Encore! All right! Yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime, invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
He lets out an agonized roar over the feverish, obviously not too hardcore beat below.
Is it though?
He stops dead in his tracks, tilting his head in the moment.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life.
Damn it. Okay.
Back to the heavyweight. Hardcore! It's hardcore! Skibber danger. I am the rearranger. We're
I'm gonna spend all of... We're close. Okay.
Hard, full, core. It's hardcore. Skibber We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All core. All right.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. The question is, what is the question?
Okay, just answer the question. That would have been good if I'd had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question?
There was a question. Am I too dumb for this? Is this too esoteric for me?
Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Internally coherent! Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yekokata, the place to be. Yekokata is...
Yekokata is an abbreviation from the Gradian term, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe, an agricultural megaproject in the extreme southeast of the Gradian Isola. It involved cutting-edge approaches to irrigation and a completely new type of fertilizer. An intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarking the earth, intermittent seas of phosphorus mud, ripped tarpaulin fluttering in the wind. A pair of molten rubber boots also comes to mind. All in all, a truly hardcore place.
All right, I'm sick of talking to this guy for now. Let's talk to these other guys.
Bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
That's the one that the girl outside was talking about.
An egghead. Egg!
The tape player high above his head continues to blast what is probably anodic music.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
How many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
That means they haven't set up a single one yet.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues. Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
He angrily spits on a screw, then starts cleaning it.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put matinees on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revershoal. Strike that! The world! And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there were the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze. Letting you
Oh,
imagine
great, so
just
now I'm
how
gonna have to
bad
deal with those guys.
dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
The spooky kind. I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for. All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giggle
Okay,
looks.
Acel told me Noid put the padlock on the door. Why?
Oh, so you met her? Good, good.
He's not as glad as he would like you to think. There's concern in his voice.
I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work.
Oh god, yeah, he
Should
locked
hold
them in.
for a while.
How long have they been locked in there for?
Not long? Like a week, maybe?
Jeez. Oh, jeez.
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter.
85% is good enough. No one lives forever, baby. Andre, do you know what involuntary manslaughter means? 85% is not good when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
Oh gosh, all right. I'm gonna totally lose my... I'll try and be the cool cop and watch. I'm just gonna lose their respect immediately.
You sense
Oh my
the
god, I caught it!
trajectory of the
Holy
little
cow!
piece of metal and
Oh yeah, I'm the
plastic.
coolest
The
cop.
object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime.
Why
to
can't
your
Kim be
ears.
here to see me being such a cool cop?
Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly. The speed freak nods to you.
I've gained their I've gained their loyalty and their confidence and their
A
respect.
respectful nod.
Yeah,
You proved something.
sweet.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Alright, who exactly are these people inside the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses. Yes, there's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
For this man, even regular silence is awful enough. But that was something greater.
But you haven't physically seen anyone?
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times.
Oh god,
And we
there's a
felt
lot here.
someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
What was that about something watching you?
Like you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Not human, as in a ghost. Do you know what he means?
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling.
Oh, I don't
Like
want to deal
some
with that
kind of
shit.
crab
Forget it.
man.
You guys are on your own.
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures and not known for climbing walls.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it.
Okay, so we'll have to
Estelle
talk
was
to her
alone that
about
time,
it.
But I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
You should ask her about it.
Yeah, I will.
Be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you, as if to say, this is a dark corner. Look behind it.
It means like one of those rich boy private radio stations where you can listen to people getting killed on, then jerk off to it. Sick shit.
Not that we would know anything about that. Noid just likes to relay stuff.
He appears sincere enough, sire. You could, of course, be wrong.
We're getting derailed here. In short, you can tell to Noid about the machines.
Alright.
He'll tell you more.
How can you be sure there are burnouts and dope heads if you haven't even seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
This is a below-feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers. Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from? Sure.
Alright, yes. How do we talk to Egghead?
He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of
Oh,
ceremonies.
if I have my own boombox, can I play that? Will we, like, bond through music? How do you communicate with him?
Well, he's just kinda here. I don't really know how to communicate with him. Yeah, sometimes. When I, like, stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first, though.
That's what I was doing. I was letting him say that.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself.
Oh yeah, that's a meteor name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know? I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization, and they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system. No?
They sound like exactly the kind who would want loud, anotic music in their church.
You're right, they do.
He says without the slightest hint of irony.
Pericarnassian Church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance. Love is hardcore.
Unity! Unity!
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
Turns the volume up, then looks at you with a knowing nod as if it's obvious we'll now break into
You
dance.
feel it. The anodes.
Oh
and
shit, oh
cathodes
shit, there's a
coursing
lot
through
here.
you.
Okay.
Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters. Feels good.
Oh yeah, it can.
He's coming around. You're getting it.
Your posse's like your people, man. Like you got your cup posse. You look out for each other and you party together. That's a posse.
And where is your posse, detective? Nothing comes to you. The world is silent.
Okay, so I can either agree with them. This is too much. No sane organization would want this level of story going there. All right, I'm gonna party with these guys. I like them. Look at him. Look at Harry. He is nodding to the music. He's liking
It
it.
seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
His friend forms a fist with a screwdriver still in his hand, approvingly
I
so.
didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving.
Yes. What?
Okay, you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even is running water. Oh.
He doesn't know what to
It's the one they
say.
sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you.
Oh.
Mage. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
Hate to tell you, but it reeks of sweat in here.
It does, doesn't it? Told you we have a smell problem.
He picks up a piece of telephone cord and inspects it. Oh, it's mixed with a peculiar chemical scent like laundry detergent. Are they making drugs or some sort of like bombs or chemical agents in here?
He sniffs the air, then shrugs. A shrug is good enough for us. Why
Damn it.
say it when you can shrug it?
Ah, man, I don't fail these very often.
The what now?
The Nosafed Ultra, you have a lot of it lying around.
Oh, the old Ultra.
Mm-hmm.
We,
He's like an actor, looking to the souffleur for his line.
I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe. Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now. Nosafed is the shit. Yes. What?
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told. Take a moment to analyze. Ugh, very low. It is a white check, so we could try it.
Okay, so the Speed Freaks want to start a club for dance music. That much checks out.
Are they also
You
wanting to
like
like
music.
provide drugs
You
to
feel as
people?
though
Like they
you
want to do a
might
drug
like
empire?
music
Like in
more
some sort
when
of,
you were young, too. But you digress.
I don't know, like they've got some sort of like a meth lab or something they want to set up, and they're using the club as a front. I don't know.
The gist of it is, they want to turn the church into a club, but a suspicious element has overtaken the building. It's very important to understand what the gist of things is. Always consult the gist before making up your mind. This is going well. Plus, and it has to be considered, you can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. Imagine if you had the church. That settles it. Analysis.
All right, well, I'll have to come back
Their
for this.
story checks out.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah.
All right, so we gotta talk to Noid.
Talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
Skin shows through the holes in the Speed Freak's too large sweater. In front of him, an open toolbox full of carpentry tools and
It's
parts.
good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
He runs his hand through his hair, which is combed back in mock seriousness, and continues to fiddle with some gears. A sign?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can.
Is it
align.
like vibes? Like, do you have good
I
vibes?
suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
I saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me anything about
The
it?
sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
Good, good. What did you want to know? Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right, and I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire human race. Really? We're all the same. Same eyes, same smiles, same death.
What does it
He
mean?
defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
He could also be drugged out of his mind.
Or drunk. Or in a clinical coma. All glad to be dead. But those versions suck.
What makes the sticker so modern?
Simplicity was brought to us by a classical soul artist modernism. But that was a tasteful, harmonious simplicity, right? Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This will be dangerous. The echo of man's loss, haunting him. The sticker, the clothes, the music, same thing. Not alone. Many people are thinking the same thing right now. We all see the same smiling dead guy in a couple of X's and a circle. And a curve. The beat is the same for all. I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
Are our signs all right now?
Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment. You heard me.
Okay, tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up
Oh, damn it, we're getting back into the supernatural again. Supernatural. Why am I having such a hard time saying natural?
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it, though.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
The supernatural, so you think it's real, that it exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Okay, why are you called annoyed?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
He picks up some sort of widget.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without
Okay, does this mean we need sign matching?
Yes. Further sign
Damn it.
matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
Well, this is about what I expected to happen, was I was gonna come to this new area and just get a whole bunch of new tasks. Alright, so we want to talk to a cell, about this crab.
Girl kneels on the sea ice. She looks up as you approach.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? Shoot.
Okay, the others told me you went inside the church. What did you see?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
She's less prone to blurting out crab man than the others.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother. You know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a
Yeah,
crab,
that seems like shit I
down
don't
the
want to
church
deal
wall.
with.
I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Like a crab, you say?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on. She obviously could. She already went into detail.
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way.
A crab and a banger?
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like.
I'll say
but
I believe
that's what
her.
I saw. Why?
Seems too ludicrous for a lie.
I guess so. Anyway, What else?
I'd like to know more about your associates. How the hell do I talk to Eggman? And how do I sync my sign with Noid?
My associates? Sorry. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
To the cops.
Me? I'm a silver bird. Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
I gave you a hat. We bonded. I took care of you. Man. All that was for nothing. Alright, I guess we should go check out the church. Although, the idea of this crab man crawling on the walls has me a little nervous. Okay. This better not turn into some sort of horror game with someone just crawling around on the walls in the dark.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area, its black halls and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes. A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum in the heart of the city.
Oh. Okay. It's abandoned, but it's kind of beautiful in a way. There's a lot of machinery. Certainly wasn't wrong about that. There's a lot to check out here. Holy cow. I feel like this could be... Okay, you should walk here, not run. Okay, we will not run. So what do? I immediately start running? I feel like the rest of the episode could just be exploring this whole area. Yeah, there's all these bowls with water.
Silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums, you can hardly hear your own breathing. Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. You produce a few muffled thumps.
Is it whatever the setup is that, like, muffles the sound?
Total, somehow.
The electronics? What are they doing? What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Right. I've never experienced anything like this.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is. Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises.
Could be.
And of course, then these guys, they want to do the exact opposite. They want to turn it into a dance hall.
He doesn't seem entirely convinced, though. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
All right, we'll give it a try. It's a red check. Damn it! No, I can't. Shit. That could have been really important information, especially a bell tower. Maybe that's where the shooter...
Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin. There's nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented.
Oh no, am I gonna pass out?
Dark and more dark, rising.
Officer, what are you looking at?
Okay, what is the darkness like?
Filled with vague shapes of woodwork. The sense of a great height.
Oh, okay. Blink. Oh,
You
fuck
see
that.
something
Oh
hanging
no.
from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes.
The crab man.
Maybe it's possible to
What the heck?
talk to it.
Tiago. What is happening right now? What the hell?
Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building came alive and is now studying you intently. The crab man. The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze. then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes.
Was not
But don't
expecting
worry.
that.
Everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamrock. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in
Alright,
Rivershaw.
the right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about, the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already.
This is the appropriate reaction. Hell no, I'm not dealing with this. I'm a policeman. I don't need to talk to you. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use.
Oh yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Way. I could smell the control all the way over here. I know it's hard to admit that you got a problem. I was like you once. Couldn't take an honest look into my own heart and see I was in pain.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Fine.
Look at these crazies. What is this shit?
Yeah, who do you think you are? Some crazy guy under the roof? What is this shit? You know, alcohol is central to my identity. If I wouldn't drink, I just wouldn't be me. Okay, alright, fine.
Don't trust me. Trust
Nope, I got a new
mother.
thought.
I'm only the messenger, Holmes. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game?
It feels like this game, I mean, it's always been a little bit odd, but it feels like ever since we crossed into the other area, I got near the church, it's just been going in a completely weird direction.
'Tis not an act, my liege. Save him perchance, he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
To be fair, it's more like a spider.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
What were you before you became a crab man?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone. No, man, you gotta let that shit go. Then the mother's light touch will fill you with rapture.
Do you remember your name, sir?
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore. That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
He sounds melancholy, saying this as limbs a mere shadow below the ceiling. What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there, a way out into nothingness. This church was built around it.
So now I'm trapped between
purposes
this guy who
of
wants to protect
veneration.
the church, and then there's the ravers who want to do the exact opposite and turn this place into not, you know, a place of
I
silence.
circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
Right, who is this mother of silence you keep talking about?
Oh, that's no simple question, Essa. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark, beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
Well, what will happen once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about
You
that.
sure you didn't just switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
I heard that before, Way. and I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night?
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system.
Okay, I think love might have been my drug of choice, and I think I'm still hungover from it.
She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. That love is but a drop compared to the ocean of the mother's love. The mother will eat all of you and never spit you out. No worries, man. I know this shit takes time.
Literally the sorriest cop on earth apologized 10 times.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
Alright, you should sing for me, the superstar cop.
I ain't from no Marietti, if that's what you're thinking. And the song I sing is silent as the mother.
Marietti is a mesque style of music and dance, commonly seen at all manner of festivities, especially weddings. It's delightfully quaint, owing to its peasant origins.
Alright, how did you even find this place, this church?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh? It didn't belong to me.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
Okay, you've been here a long time. Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Oh, and I'm police, so he might not be a big fan of me.
Did you witness it?
Not really, or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Right, some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
All right, do they have reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
All right, so what do you think about the nightclub?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me.
Okay,
none.
I'm surprised by that answer.
Way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
I thought I'd have to like fight the two of these guys, like between him and the ravers, and make a choice of whose side I want to stand
He
on.
said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Okay, do you know where the other spooker is?
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Viejita is grandma?
There is another person living in the church, and it's a viejita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not.
I doubt that would be Ruby.
Hey, that's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know that when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
Okay, so you got nothing to tell me how she looks, what she does, who she is?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
Alright, okay, this guy wasn't as scary as I thought. Alright, so let's go check out. I'm gonna run, I don't care. I know it said, like, don't run, but it's a lot to see here. Oh! Masks Banger Silk Scarf. Oh, hell yeah. I'm getting a lot of neck clothing. That's the right way to call it. Okay, clothes. This huge red scarf is still dusty from lying in the church. A subtle red-on-red embroidery embellishes it with cocky roosters and mask floral motives. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah, look at that. Oh, we gotta put the hat back on, too. Oh, yeah. Nice. Amazing. Oh, got some shoes? Oh, banger red. Damn, alright. Also, we got this new one. Wasteland of Reality has been brought to your attention. You're an alcoholic and it's sickness and it's killing you. You're crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground. Your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this, even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit. I feel like this is what I'm gonna want to do. Right? I'm trying. I'm trying to quit. Okay. So we'll do that. Don't know if I should have used up that skill point, but because there's a lot of checks I still really want to do. There's the one with the window at the Whirling and Rags. There's a couple of other ones that seem like they could be pretty important.
A machine stands.
This one here, if I can hack into this
over
computer.
by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
He seems cautious around the machine.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Okay, but this machine looks like the one in the doomed commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
He inspects the machine's framework, careful not to touch anything.
A quaint little box of radio waves. You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Good. Please
Oh,
repeat
the password. I don't have the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something.
Okay, yeah.
Received. I will register this login attempt. Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brune, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brune. That's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine? That's the doomed commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with? Goodbye, Fortress accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated.
Okay, so we'll talk to Tiago. And there's this area I can go into as well. Let's see, they've got some more stuff over here.
Oh, hey, Wade. There's coffee in the back.
Oh.
Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Have you, by any chance, heard the Vejita say the password to her radio computer?
Too many times, essay. You need it for something.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
I'm doing a survey of passwords and passcodes identifying regional trends in the interest of public safety.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death.
I was not expecting it to be that easy. I thought I'd have to pass a check or something.
What do you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
All right, afterlife death. Okay, the figure crawls off into the darkness above.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
God, so much time has passed. Oh, it's already almost 6 o'clock. Still gotta go visit Joyce at some point. I gotta go check out the rest of the church.
The machine's keyboard, the speaker.
Good afternoon. Good. Please repeat the password. Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you? Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal. The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Alright, do you think this log might be connected to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting.
I doubt that we can find any. It's just idle fishermen's gossip to scare away the kids. Nothing spooky about this place either. It's just abandoned.
Oh, don't act,
cold.
Kim, like you weren't a little spooked
Part of town.
when you came in here.
Then why doth the lieutenant protest against spending time here so often? 7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking Esca series, something advanced.
Why would she need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
He steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boot.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers, but at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Data loss?
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Right, artist, programmers, Lexi. Who are these people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business.
Okay.
The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
The lieutenant looks to his right, toward the silence.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The Pillar of Silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
She must be describing a cell.
Girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
So if I hadn't done that, I guess this wouldn't be something that would be logged. That's me. I was the one who broke into the radio computer, and the storekeeper must be Plaisance.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
Oops.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also, some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening.
It's loud.
A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Suna. Hi, I wasn't messing with this at all. Don't mind us.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
She glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
We're here on a side case representing certain music venue organizers.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. You hear the machine whir back to life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
What is it?
I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
It does not look like a big loss. Are you the lead programmer of We're All Untethered by any chance?
Yes. Or, no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
Right, I'm sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Have you seen the Crabman?
No? Yes. No, you're right. I'm not.
Her voice trails off as she bends over to tinker with the machine. It seems like she's not interested in anything that's not related to what she's working on. Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR1 as my RAIN Prefect's processing unit. RAIN Prefect. My radio computer.
And the antenna is its processing unit?
Yes. You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
Not really.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
Wait, what's on air?
On the front. The unified front of radio waves. Licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region. It's all around us. That's what on air means.
Like love.
And the AR1, is it a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
She liked telling you this. It calmed her nerves.
What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casts in her face in a strange shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
What about the bowls of water?
They are connected to my rain prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Great.
What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
A hole in the world. What does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer.
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
Hold on a minute. Does that mean now we're living in a world that has holes in it? I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it. I don't know. I'm not here for some science. I just want to solve a murder so I can go home.
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here.
All right, I'll just say, I just want to solve a murder, and yet I keep getting drawn into completely superfluous things that may or may not, be important to me in the future. But that's the thing, I don't know what things are important and what things aren't, so I just kind of do a little bit of everything.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Hydro transducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
Yeah, do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the shade. Strange things may flourish in the dark.
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to cease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
That's where the Crabman lives.
I know.
You don't think Crabman might be somehow responsible?
No.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
All right, you said the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
Yeah, I'm just going to ask you a million more questions. Sorry.
Great. Thanks.
All right. How do you feel about Nordic dance music? Yeah, I'm sure that's what she wants to answer questions about.
What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
What are you, 40? It's the future of dance music. Same here, just doesn't connect here, not like disco does. I'll say, wow, that was quick. Why do you hate it?
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
All right, right. But how do you feel about a club for a Nordic dance? Now, Crabman seems to be kind of meh. He's blasé about it, but this girl is not going to be about me wanting to help those ravers open up a club in here.
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want
I
to
figured.
build.
It's probably some sort of drug den or like some sort of drug lab. Where do they want to build?
Take a guess, why don't you?
Okay. A youth center, a petting zoo, a place for animals. I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
All right, let's check out this area. This has got me interested.
White, silver, and apricot faience. The young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad, a dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel. Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass. The world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you, it covers you from the wind outside. The ocean feels distant, its ebb and flow blocked off by the centuries-old pinewood sarcophagus around you. In the darkness, you sense her eyes on you, inspecting you with their multicolored glass, as if you're a bug under a microscope. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. You.
Oh, I'll say it's mourning.
As that terrible word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew of this place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Ravachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago,
Okie dokie.
where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism? There it is again. A small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here.
Okay. Do you know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect
so he's
for
got,
Elysium than many around here.
He's got some conflicting feelings about this, about like cops busting into a church and shooting it up. Who conducted the raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can be sure.
Oh, maybe was I involved in this raid and I don't even remember it?
How come the lieutenant isn't sure?
Did I kill someone? Is that one of my kills? How many did I kill? Was it 3 people I've killed?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I don't remember being here.
I am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated.
All right.
I try not to pry into extra-district
If I was here, I should find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling.
Okay, so I can't just call the station.
Don't remember. It might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's an important to our business in Martinez now.
Okay, are you a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual. It's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not...
Okay, please let me get this. Come on.
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still.
What exactly isn't innocence? I've heard of the system.
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit. More, and innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate innocent rule should it coincide with our time. And innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would
Oh,
have
this is
happened
interesting.
anyway?
Only 6
Only
people.
accelerated, packed into decades.
Oh, like it's
instead
kind of like a
centuries.
god,
And
but they're
innocence
human.
is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being.
Am I getting
It is
this right?
an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
So it is like a religion. It's like an elected god. If only 6 people, 6 humans have been, elected to innocence. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm glad I looked into this. This is certainly an interesting part of this lore.
No, we are alone.
When did she rule?
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
What else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene la Navigateur, Queen of Suresnes, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also, that she was gorgeous beyond beauty, draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic trivia? Standing under a long, slender form like this, dwarfed? The past.
Maybe I
It's a silo of
shouldn't. Maybe I
sadness,
shouldn't go into this.
fermenting. You should keep away. No, you must know.
No, I'm gonna leave it. I don't want to like have to go through my. I know I've got a decent amount of my morale, not too much of my health, but I'm not gonna poke it.
Back out of this corner of your mind by choosing the bottommost option.
And yet I say I want more.
As did we all. The lands of the Mesk and the Occident, and even far away Supramuindi. Altogether, 21 of the 40 Mundial nations of the time immediately accepted Innocentic rule, even before her crowning. In a city called Advesperaskit in Vespa Messina, her homeland, the name of the city means evening comes, but it happened on a winter's morning, with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky. She was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt. Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother, insultingly beautiful. It was as if her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well, very well. Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her Theriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by secret servicemen. One of the men in this secret service killed her 22 years later.
Wow, okay.
A young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else. Something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the Innocents. Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes. This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology.
Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But terrifying, it's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her.
Oh god, here I am. I'm gonna rip that bandit off. There was something bad about her. I want to know.
You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day. Constantly surrounded by her terriers, she was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs. The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb. In icons such as this, she was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes.
Wait, I'm making it seem like I've actually seen her in
Marie
person.
Interrogate.
Despite the fact that she lived 300 years ago.
Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to
I'll let him finish.
In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her.
This might be me overthinking it, but didn't I pick up like a little soldier in the pawn shop and it was like, for some reason I feel like someone I know would like this. Is he talking about Dolores Day? Is he like, am I obsessed with this woman? It seems like I have this reverence for her, but this fear and maybe even a little bit of like resentment towards her.
This subtle terror is part of her.
I'm probably reading too much into it.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
Glowing lungs, that's fucked up. Why did we tolerate this bourgeoisie woman that long before we shot her? Hey, war criminal. I'll just say she's not human.
Okay. This church, the coast in general, we shouldn't linger here. This isn't a good place to get lost in.
Okay, I'm gonna try the
and move on.
Alright, let's try the visual calculus. Let's just make sure I've got the appropriate clothing for it. So we want to put those glasses on. I think that's the only thing I have for visual. Oh yeah, I forgot about these shoes. These dapper snakeskin shoes have an almost invisible white-on-white flower motif sewn on the tongue. The toe caps are still dusty from lying in the church. Those are some nice-looking shoes. Oh, physical instrument, right? Or no, it's visual calculus I want, not instrument, but...
The mother of humanism stands above
let's
evil,
try it.
a precious and complex the shards
No.
in the dark.
Dang it.
You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack that splits the female figure. Something was written there. Remains of broken letters line the emulsion. What it said, you do not know.
Hello again.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Alright, about the church, I checked it out. I talked to the
What
crab
happened?
man.
Oh man! Who is he? What did you think?
Alright, seems okay to be honest, very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and praying from the looks of it.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
Okay, let's see. Actually, he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all. Now, the woman, on the other hand, different story.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
Don't worry. I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Yeah!
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
Okay, I was using the mainframe when Suna, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, appeared.
Programmer? That's odd. What was she like?
Oh, here we
Did you
go.
ask her about the night?
She said you guys haven't been completely honest with me about your plans.
Come on, man. Who will you trust? The spooky programmer or us? We just
Well,
want to make the world a better place.
she's a pretty straightforward person. These guys have been very dodgy about stuff.
Feels the love. Get down and feel it.
Like, they've been friendly, they're outwardly friendly, but yeah, there's definitely something lurking under there.
A half-hearted sell of something which does not seem worth buying.
All right, the love, no, I'm not really feeling
You'll
it.
get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Yeah, owed her 9. Rocking it or dropping it?
She did not like the dance club idea.
What a pity. That's my favourite thing in the world. And she doesn't like it at all.
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Unity! Dance!
Okay, she made it very clear she won't leave until her project is
And
finished.
you can't just evict her?
Alright, I won't. We have to come up with a different solution.
Look at you.
I mean,
Honor
you
man.
guys locked her in. Or you thought you'd locked someone in, didn't care about whether they died or not.
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her.
I mean, Andre, at least, like, on the surface, he seems nice enough. He seems to be pretty agreeable.
If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
She does not.
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out.
Hey.
Right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
Alright, I refuse to throw her, but I can try convincing her.
Excellent. Good luck, my friend. Goodbye, officer.
So I'm just... This feels like the last episode, just going back and forth, except instead of talking to Clausia and the union members, I'm just going back and forth between the ravers and Suna. And there's still so much of the area I have to explore, and like, we're getting pretty late in the day. Ugh, man, it's a little overwhelming. There's so much on my plate, and then there's the whole murder thing. Like, that's kind of important. Oh,
Dolores Day liked little figurines, right?
Hey,
Liked holding little men between her fingers.
is it gonna mention like I've got the little figurine, don't I?
You have the headless fowl.
Yes.
You should give it to her. Win her back.
So win her back? Is that it? It's about Dolores this whole time? Okay, what? Win who back? I can't win her back. She's a long dead historical figure.
Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't die that easily. This isn't funny. You have a bad feeling about this one.
Okay, let's go with it.
So very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. This is surely what the figurines are for.
So it wouldn't be crazy if the woman that I was obsessed with wasn't like an ex-wife or a girlfriend,
stands above you,
but
a precious and complex
god,
painting
basically.
on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of... Why? That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else? I don't know. What are we thinking of? Part of your mind has gone on to other things already. Only a strange little sadness remains. The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting.
Yes, what is it?
Okay, what if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre. He wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
Hold on. You don't want to make anything work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her bitter. It's the failure.
Oh, gee, should I just straight up bring it up? Are you bitter because your radio game project failed?
That's right. If we couldn't get our Welkins to happen, I don't want anything to happen. Ever again.
Wow, okay, so because she didn't have her thing, she just doesn't want anyone to be happy, I guess?
There's not a trace of irony in her voice. She means it.
Oh. Okay, come on. 97%. Come on. If I fail this, I quit the game.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
Alright, listen, about your research. You mentioned earlier it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the Boom Boom anymore. Just think about it.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace.
Oh man,
if you
so
really
okay.
want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it
So I have to go
myself.
all the way back to, I mean, it's not that far, but I've got to go back to the commercial district. All right, what is an offsite copy and why do you need
It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer. The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on-site?
Oh god, not this again. It is not on-site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on-site.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored. We clear?
This is clearly a painful topic for her. She must have had to explain herself numerous times.
All right, by your old workspace, do you mean the Studio Fortress accident in the doomed commercial area?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop.
Oh, here we
You just
go.
have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Actually, I've already been inside there.
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building.
Oh, it's in the
cellar.
fridge.
The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and
Okay.
get it.
Where exactly is the offsite copy?
In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you.
Have I
It
not?
has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss.
Oh.
You just need to get the offsite copy from the ice bear.
I thought I checked that out already.
You've been
Oh,
to
here
the
we go.
fridge and it
Okay,
wasn't
I
there.
did. Okay.
There was a note saying...
I found a note from the ice bear fridge. It says the offsite copy's been moved to a safer place.
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
Okay, it said the offsite copy's been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone named Sulisol.
Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Suliswov Jawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. That feature creep and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offsite copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous. And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like
Oh, here
the
we go.
sound of that.
Okay, I found the ice cream maker, but I couldn't get it open. It's completely frozen. I'm guessing I have to, like, unplug it so it thaws out, and then I could do it?
This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
Alright, why can't you go get the filament yourself?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means. Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil. She literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my Reims Civic. I'm not making this up.
I don't,
Like he's amused.
I don't doubt that.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. wards. It looked like some feminine magic. Thanks.
She thinks for a moment, then reaches behind the radio computer and hands you what looks like an oversized private. Oh yeah, that's right. The machine, or when I got it before, they said we needed like a really good pry bar to get it open.
That here's my Kvalsund multi-tool.
Sweet.
You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything.
Nice.
If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund.
Sweet.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund.
Hell yeah. All right. Nice. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that thing. Okay, we're off. It's nice to have a solution to this. Great. Okay. So everybody will be happy. I still don't quite know what those ravers have in mind. Seems like it's something that's not above board, but that's fine. At least I'm on my way to do something to actually finish a quest. That feels good, instead of being given all of these quests and not finishing them, to actually be able to finish something. And then at some point, I'll still have to figure out if I'm going to have the 2 women sign the thing for Everart, because I do need my gun still, or if I'm just going to forge their signatures. Oh, did I forget to check this out? Oh, I totally forgot to check that out. Okay, so let's turn this off. See if that helps.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and something close.
Very smart. Opening the lid should be much easier after the ice cream maker has defrosted.
This orange machine is
Oh,
dead
it's
still.
still only
It has a
28%.
hand-
Okay, let's make sure I've got all the stuff for physical instruments.
This orange machine is dead still.
Still only
It has
28%.
a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Is it because... Hold on, maybe if I... Maybe it's because I've got both things in my hands. Maybe if I get rid of this, that way I can... It's double-handed.
This orange machine is dead still.
No.
It has a hand-cranked
I mean, we'll give it a try.
and an electric freezer. The ice around it. Ice squeaks beneath your Kvalsund multi-tool.
Maybe we have to...
Fingers slip away.
We might have to let
it
it sit
the
for a
lid
while.
shuts as tightly as before, and it's already unplugged. There's not much else to do.
Okay, so we
other
do
than
have to
for
wait.
it to defrost
Yeah, okay.
Or bulk up and get stronger.
Alright, so we'll leave that for now. I like that. That's really cool. So we just have to... It makes sense, right? Is we have to wait for it to defrost. I'm not going to just be able to do that right away. But while we're here, actually, before we head back, let's go ahead and talk to Joyce. Now that I've got my... Wait, there was a thing here when I was running. There was an option to... Oh. Okay, no, nothing really. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, so we'll talk to Joyce. And also, I'll take a... I haven't really taken a gander at my... like, all the stuff that I have to do. I've just been given so many tasks, I really should just kind of take a moment to see what can be done.
You're back.
There
Good.
we go. Found my badge.
What can I help you with? By love, you did. Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
How about you share your information on the lynching, now that you've seen his badge?
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them. I am glad to hear that, because let me tell you, we are in dire waters. The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information.
Okay, so we have to talk... So we have to talk to the drivers?
Now, is there anything I can do for you
Damn
in the
it.
meanwhile? Tea, perhaps?
All that? And it didn't really do much, did it? Alright. I guess in the meantime, while I'm waiting for the thing to defrost, I'm gonna take a break from... It's a little late in the day, but I'm gonna go and investigate some more of this area. Because there's still the boardwalk, Land's End, and the island they mentioned that I have to check and see if there's any vantage points where the shooter could have been. Oh yeah, I haven't even been up here. How do I get up here is the question. Something over here too. Oh yeah, this is a whole... Is this that place that the old woman was talking about?
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
A blond man stands next to his son, pointing to the weather-worn ruins. He sees you approaching and smiles.
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Hilostown. You must be Kim Kitaragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here.
What about me,
Very
Tequila
rich in
Sunset?
hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
Hold on, hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young carve and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
Wait, what was that about the windows before?
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
You and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
He rests his hand on the boy's shoulder. The child stays hidden behind the hem of his father's coat, clutching to his worm-themed coloring book.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into Worms lately.
Worms.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
He points to the buildings again. Or the
This
building.
man is your half-brother.
Is he?
You feel it.
Am I gonna just blurt that out?
Well, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming
Do you have money? Oh my gosh, what a great first impression.
Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
Right. What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
He raises his hand to his eyes, springtime sun warming his handsome face. All four of you turn to admire the mural before you.
What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Hold on. What's R&D? It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
What is an R&D department?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore. You're probably more familiar with RTD, research and technological development.
Leia Kalpa, you are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
I don't think I've ever heard of this Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was the ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer. An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
What happened?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
The boy wipes his nose on his sleeve.
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk.
Okay, this is the boardwalk.
Proper as a resort
Okay,
for their
this is one of the
middlemen.
places I need to check
Feld
out.
built this side of town for R&D.
Alright, you're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
The lieutenant looks wistfully at the horizon, as if picturing gondolas rising to the sky.
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel, lighting up.
He's very into machinery, isn't he?
Yes. To lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
What happened to the engineers, the company people?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
He means that the boys got shot by the communists. The boys were
Oh my god.
bourgeois.
He meant they all got shot in the head, little boy, because they were bourgeoisie. Now, do you know what the bourgeoisie are? Or is? Tape computers, right?
Tape computers.
What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape computers?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars. What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans ce Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
How did those tape computers work? Did they work like radio computers?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Womty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Jews joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say
He did.
Dumpty Dum Center? He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world. What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
The Womty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
Kim, is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not.
There's a thought for that, oh my
gosh.
gosh.
It's a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Even one would be very useful. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to the precious device. So they did. The Feld playback experiment vanished into the fires of 07. Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld playback experience, but those are incorrect. Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building. But of course, what else? No, thanks to you for having me and little Michaela here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Pick your brain? If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. Whatever.
Okay, so what's this new thought we got here? Wompty Dompty Dom Center. It's Wednesday evening and something heinously exciting is underway. People have gathered beneath the billowing roof of an oddly shaped trophy building, sipping wine and exchanging opinions. 29-year-old Wonder Twins Guy and Keith Just are the stars of the show with their bomber jackets and white sneakers, head curators of this art exhibition. It's the Wompty Dompty Domniest event of the year, and all the cool kids have RSVP'd. Where were you? Where are you if you were not there? Yeah, that one doesn't seem super interesting, or at least it doesn't seem very important. But can we get into here? We need to talk about... Oh, thank you. Yeah, we need to figure out how we are going to get into here if we can.
You see, a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They
Wait, where are they going?
Like this for 40 years.
I can't see what they're doing.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea.
No, I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things.
I'm sorry.
It's that bad.
I'm sorry, Kim. I didn't mean to make you feel bad.
This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well. It saddens him to say his name. Don't even ask. He wouldn't answer. Maybe some other small talk.
Wait. Oh, okay, we gotta go around. Oh wow, this place is bigger than I was expecting.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone.
I got tons of money now.
Out of change.
Don't need to even ask people for money like that guy I just talked to because I'm just loaded.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
What? It might be. What's Pierre like?
So nice of you to find the time to call
Oh,
me.
no.
It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died. Are you sure you're Pierre? Your voice.
Am I just calling random numbers?
There. Chrysanthemum.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
I'm just gonna waste all my money just calling random numbers.
Still calling. Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, your electricity...
Gerard, what a douche name. Change it. Change your name.
No, but I got a feeling I'll kick your ass is gonna make an appearance if you ever call this number again. Have a good one, asshole.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect.
Okay, I'm gonna stop now. I can't be spending the rest of the night just, you know, calling random numbers. We gotta see if we can get some investigations here. See if it's possible to get to this building, or at least to get to the rooftop, to see if that could be where the killer may have shot.
Has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad. The cloth, if you can still call it that, makes a soft crunching sound as you thrust your finger into it. It's streaked with dried seagull shit entangled with pieces of seaweed.
Is that mine?
A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting
It could have been multiple seagulls.
A poet could write a dozen verses and still not begin to capture the profound vexation in that sigh. You should still take it.
Filthy jacket. Alright. Can I get rid of it, or am I stuck with it now? Interact. This filthy rag has been at the mercy of the elements for quite some time. It's streaked with seagull shit and abnormally stiff from God knows what natural processes. You can't even tell what brand it is.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound. It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it? Good choice. The less you think about the
Actually, we will. Am I going to,
even holding the jacket
am I gonna
itself,
puke?
but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Okay, but what is the crust made of? Do I want to know?
Somehow, it was carried or dragged to the boardwalk. If not by human hands, then perhaps the feral dogs that prowl the beaches at night. The faint impressions of many footprints are also present, though it's impossible to tell what kind or how many. Suffice to say, the jacket spent some time on the ground before someone draped it over the railing.
Alright, what happened when someone put it on the
The
railing?
crust is hard. This jacket spent at least a day baking in the sun.
What if
Who
this
knows what
jacket is
happened
the
to it
key
then?
to everything?
It's too late. You've already thought about it, and now your hands are covered in muck. What? No.
No.
Then it'll just be on your hands. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
Well, I think Kim was right. I think maybe I shouldn't have picked that up. It didn't seem like it really was very useful to me at all. Oh, Mega Beano's prescription lenses. Okay. Hey, what's this? Whose idiotic idea was square and beige plastic frames anyway? Beige is a color that does not look good on anyone, not to mention that seeing the world through these exceedingly thick lenses almost feels nauseating. Nausea-inducing hell glasses. We'll leave those for now. I feel like I'm probably a little nauseous already after touching that jacket, so... Oh, got another postcard. I probably should try and see if I can sell some stuff at the... I got like all those postcards. The shot put was worth some money. I got a lot of stuff in my inventory. I doubt the postcards are going to be very important. I could probably sell those at least. Oh, someone's here.
Smell. It's awful and familiar.
Hold on, that is
It
awful.
doesn't help. You can still smell it. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency.
Oh no.
That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach.
Oh shit.
Fear.
Heads up, Lieutenant. Something's not right here.
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose. There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
We're just gonna ignore the person here.
Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness. Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or two.
Don't eat it.
No mold.
Don't eat it.
It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief. A man lies on
Oh
the
shit,
boardwalk,
okay.
his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk. starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on.
The lieutenant squats next to the corpse and examines his face. 2 bulging eyes stare back at him, void of any signs of life.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. A cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue? Oh no. This sounds terribly familiar. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2.
Oh my god.
His jacket feels sodden and heavy.
That's the woman's husband. I can't believe it took me so long to realize that. Well, I guess we finished one of the tasks.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling.
So he just slipped, banged his head, and just died.
You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine, or 1.5 of spirits. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years. He was confused when he died. Confused and alone, most likely. Overcome with the awful surprise of it all. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him. A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
Tear all around us.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall. The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lower rear teeth.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario, even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind.
I mean, I think we know who this man is.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
A dead working-class man with a bottle in his hand? Don't deceive yourself.
All right.
You know who this is.
We know who it is. It's the working-class woman's missing husband, dead on the boardwalk.
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband?
The library card. He was supposed to return a book.
I can't see a book. So he took the book to the library, then came back and thought, I'll have one.
Just one drink. I have my cool jacket on.
I keep talking about the jacket. It almost seems like I'm going to take it from him.
I've earned it. The view from the lookout is beautiful.
Damn it. He is definitely someone's husband. Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive. Oh yes. Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrives through head trauma, not liver failure. It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying.
I guess I should look at the library card to confirm. What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues.
Yeah, we should finish it.
Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours, 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mejean.
Unfortunately, it's a little too late for that. Okay. Well, it's not over quite yet. Still have some stuff we have to do, but I mean, it does feel like it's pretty straightforward. Still haven't figured out how to get into this building, if it's possible. Like, there's stuff up here, it looks like, for us to investigate, but I have no idea how to get there. Doesn't seem to be a door or anything we can go into. Ooh, 525, hell yeah. Can we climb this ladder? Doesn't look like it, okay. Alright, well, we'll make our way back then. Oh, and it's almost time to go visit the guy at the apartment as well, so...
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I... I'm afraid they're closed.
We should try...
Anything else, detect... One moment. Can you please describe the body?
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence? No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? Any information on the library card? Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else? I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. 57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set.
Should I talk to the woman? Or should I wait for, like, the investigation to be over? It doesn't feel right to talk to her now about it. Screw it. Oh, she's not here anyway. Okay, so either way, we're gonna have to wait. In the meantime, let's check in on the ice cream machine and see if it's thawed out a bit.
This orange machine is dead still.
Either way.
All right,
we're gonna have to put some...
An electric freezer.
We're gonna have to level this up anyway.
Slowly melting.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, shit. I'm locked out. Oh, no. What do I do? No.
Turning the it's all gone now. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar?
I can't. Oh, no. I can't increase it anymore. Shit. Okay. Alright, I'll have to see. I'll have to see if there's anything here. Because there's stuff where, like, your learning cap, you can increase it. Oh man, that sucks. I don't know which ones I can do. Oh, this sucks. So I'm locked out. I can't finish it. Oh no. I should have waited. I got too impatient. I didn't even think about that. Well, that really sucks. All right, well, time to go drown my sorrows in karaoke, I suppose. Well, because I've still got about a half hour to wait for the, to talk to the guy at the apartments.
Can I help you? No, you don't. It's not happening.
You need to approach this situation.
Oh my god, amazing this.
Ask him why he has the PA system installed if you can't use it.
Okay, why do you even have the PA? I love this. But Johnny Law is about to tear it up sad style. Why do you even have the PA system if no one's going to use it?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
Alright, what happened in 44?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
Yeah, wait, didn't the union members talked about how people were doing karaoke, right? It's not a prop, it's for your clients. I know it's used.
Okay, yes, it's for some clients.
I'm a real client. I paid my bills and I have the right to use the karaoke machine.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
It's alright. I have my own song with me.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard.
Fine, fine.
Yeah.
I'm on that stage
Oh, hell
do
yeah.
your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
Alright, time.
I'm having it uninstalled. He mumbles to himself.
Time to get mega sad all up in here.
Oh, yeah. Time to do the damage.
Hell yeah. Alright. This is what I've been waiting for since day one. It's happening. This feels right. You belong
The
here.
stage is all set up for your performance.
Kim's watching. Look at
Silent.
Look at him.
You can hear the pellets creak under your feet.
True, bro. He's my cheerleader.
You feel a little dizzy.
Oh no.
A little unsteady.
Don't pass out again. Don't pass out.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Look, Kim. I'm gonna sing karaoke.
I can see that.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles
Oh
the
no.
room.
Too close to
You
the
feel
mic.
like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand? The bar is full and buzzing with chatter. No one is paying you any attention.
Oh no, this is
But
getting
still
worse.
You feel your knees turn to noodles. Okay, now a couple is looking at you. Even worse, they are going to hate you.
Getting cold feet. Never mind. Okay, I need to have all the drama close. Drama. Okay. We'll see how this goes. Please, I want something to go right here, please.
Stage is all you feel.
So, are you ready for
Hey,
your thing
come on,
now?
72%.
Let
What
me know
a...
when I should turn on
It
the
cannot be
karaoke
retried. All right, guys, let's hope. Come on. I've never wanted a check to go well for me so badly. Please.
The air
No!
with anticipation.
Come on! 72%. No.
Intensifies as the music starts.
I wanted this so
A lump in
badly.
your throat suddenly.
No. And the worst part is the people from my work are here. Oh, I gotta watch.
I would often go there
God.
to the tiny
Oh,
shops
no.
there.
It's weird to hear my guy's voice.
The smallest church in Sanson.
I wish I had been able to hear it with him doing it
Now
correctly.
it once was larger. How the rill may rest there. Down through the mist there. Towards the Seven Sisters. Towards those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there. in the tiny yard there.
Oh, this is hurting my ears.
I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past year. But now you're all alone.
I mean, my guy's giving it everything he's got, though.
None of this matters.
Jeez. Oh my god. That was something. Wow. Alright. I did it. Okay.
Do you hear that? It's the most pathetic applause in the world, Harry. Made of pity. No one liked you.
You didn't like it, huh? You know what, I'm gonna... Alright, fuck you, I gave it my fucking best. I gave it everything and you shit on me?
Someone walks out of the room by the front door. Some woman. Is it because of you?
Alright, I sang about how I feel. Fuck all of you. No, I'm gonna say that. Just stand there.
That's it. I'm unplugging it.
He presses stop on the tape carousel. You hear a little whine of feedback and then the mic dies in your hand.
Let's go, officer. These people wouldn't know a good performance if it beat them in the ass.
Oh my god, Kim. Kim, I love you. Thank you, Kim. Oh, you're the only one who understands, man.
Yes.
You're the only one who understands me. So how'd you guys like that?
What is it?
Alright, I bet you liked that, didn't you? Let's be honest, that was some first-rate karaoke. Man, my character, he's all over the place with his emotions.
Okay. Yes. That was pretty good.
What? No. No. There are universal standards of good out there, and that was just complete shit.
Jean, he's not right. Treat him like you treat McCoy's little brother.
Lieutenant W. Frater. John Archetype McCoy's younger brother, Lance McCoy. Although a man of 32 years,
wow,
will mentally never surpass
I'm not
a 6-year-old.
I'm not handicapable.
You think so?
It was very nice. Different.
It was
good kind of different. I liked it.
She's so nice and it makes me so upset that they call her horse-faced woman. That's so mean.
She's lying. Probably hated it. They all did.
You have a blue uniform and mine's black. What does this mean?
It means I'm a patrol officer, sir.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Alright, let's hear everybody's opinion about how I did.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Alina can't even say anything. She's like, nah, I can't even say any. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I just won't say anything. Hey, Titus. Hey, how did I do, man?
It's you again.
I know that you'll always give me an honest opinion. Okay, still. So there's also this window. Alright, you know what? Okay. I'm not the type to go back and, like, redo my things, but I want to hear what that sounds like if it's done well. So, I promise this is not something I'm going to do often, if ever again, but I want 72%. I feel like I deserve to. I want to hear him do it well. So, I'm gonna go back and I'm going to redo that one.
Can I help you? No, you don't.
You need to approach this.
It's for the... A lot of people got killed, but... Okay, yes. Ha!
He's lying. The man...
Fine.
I'm having it... Oh, yeah. Time to do the stage is all... You feel it?
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let
There
me
we
know when
go.
I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Superstar Cop, and I made sure not to do these first because that's gonna make it a lower chance, so let's go.
The air
That's
is
right.
thick with anticipation. Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
I would often go there,
Oh, that's the voice that's
To the tiny church.
the limbic system, right? Or one of his internal
The smallest
voices.
church in San San. Though it once was larger.
What a difference between like screechy and gruff.
How the realm may rest there. Down through the mist there. Toward the Seven Sisters. Toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there. In that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here. Looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
Yeah, I feel like that definitely suits the song better.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your
That's what it was, the ancient reptilian brain, not the limbic system. Alright, I want to dedicate this letter to whoever wrote me that fucking letter. I still love you. Thank you very much, asshole. Oh my god, I'd like to dedicate this song to my partner, Kim Kitsuragi. I'm kind of tempted to do that, but I feel like he would not appreciate that. I'd like to dedicate the song to Gart for letting me sing it. It's all shit, Gart. I'd like to dedicate this song to the pale nothing that would devour the world. I'd like to dedicate this song to the RCM. Please don't fire me. I don't want to dedicate this song to anyone. I performed it myself. I'm gonna dedicate it to Gart.
Yes, well, I'm just doing my job, that's all. But, are you done now? Can I unplug the microphone? I'd like to unplug the microphone.
Alright. Evening will come. We will sow the white sail. Workers of the world, unite. Goodbye. Kim. I did so good. That's the way it should have gone.
Yes?
Nothing. Ugh, fine. Come on, what do you guys gotta say about this?
I can't believe this shit.
He doesn't want to admit I did a good job.
What is it?
Did you hear that? Did you hear me sing? Did you like it?
That was pretty good, Harry. Wasn't it, Jean?
Huh, that was... Yeah, that was absolute shit, if you want my opinion. Drunken shit. Haven't wanted anything to end this badly since I had cluster headaches.
Ah, you just have nothing nice to say ever about me.
Truly horrible. I beg of you, don't ever subject anyone to this torture again.
You're crying behind those glasses.
You need to...
Don't lie.
Jean, he's not right. Don't make it worse. And I really liked it.
She actually did.
Yeah.
It means I'm a patrol officer, sir.
Ah, smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right?
The cafeteria manager is waiting for you to acknowledge that he recognized the song. Let's see. I fucking rock that shit.
It was alright. Subdued. I might start letting people up there again. Now, what can I do for you?
Okay, so we do have some time to kill before I go talk to the guy at the apartment buildings. I want to make this check.
The dock workers, a ceiling height window.
Okay, let's try it again.
Hawthorn branches scrape the glass like
Please.
bony fingers.
Please.
There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket,
key.
hanging from it. A bronze key. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Someone's hid a key in the bush. All right, I need... can you let me slide by so I can grab the thing?
I don't know about that.
The tattooed man yawns and settles.
Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko.
God
Looks
damn
like
it.
you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that.
The Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands
Thank you,
up,
Theo.
pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table. The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Now I just have to spare key for workshop.
Come on, man. We were just having
Now we
some
just have to
fun.
figure out what this key
Where's
is
the
for.
harm in-
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Alright, I wonder what doors it
Could
opens.
open the door in the kitchen.
Oh,
The blue door.
okay.
It says workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
Didn't even know it was there.
Boys.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
Hell yeah, alright. Well, this might take up a lot of time. I just have to remember to eventually go back to the apartments.
Man ponders his cooking utensil.
Okay, this guy's got nothing to say. Hey, I can finally open
You
this
see
door.
a heavy steel door.
Woohoo.
The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years. But then, the lock clicks. Dust rises before you like mist.
So somebody obviously did not want people to go into here.
Haunted by regal spirits from distant ages. No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
Hey, is that a pinball machine? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, there's a couple of them. And it's a decent amount of money, too.
Over there, in the corner, not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it. Lit. A phrase almost synonymous with the Insulindian pinball scene. Any pinball scene, really.
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
You played it?
A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
I just waste all my time playing pinball.
Great. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated.
Thankfully, I've got lots of
Get
coins.
the game on, finger boy. Those flippers are ready. It takes a while to get into a rhythm.
Gardy ball
Pretty
is
soon,
lit. Get your
you're able to
pinball
keep
on.
3 goat-faced balls in play.
Oh
with
no,
relative
quite a bit
ease.
of time has passed.
Go, finger boy.
I gotta watch the
I
time.
feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was. The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
Not cool.
He also hit his wife.
Very not
and
cool.
kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man. But you seem to be having fun.
I feel like that should improve my morale. Like, I feel like that should do something positive, but okay.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside. Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88. There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descente, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one
What if we
appears
just
to be broken.
What if we got stuck in the elevator?
A small steel plaque reads,
We just lost a
Halter
day.
800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long time ago.
Says the last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
88. It was maintained in the future. It was maintained a long time
At
ago.
the end of the last century.
Yeah.
Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm
Him.
talking
It
3,
feels
maybe
so
4
unlike
months
him.
In the hospital.
It appears his whole enthusiasm is sarcastic.
Yeah, right?
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
Okay, I do not have time. I will definitely come back to this another time, but for now, I need to get to the apartments. I need to talk to that guy. Maybe that'll be the last thing I do for tonight. So I was curious, I did look into, like, is there a way for me to increase? I know that some of the thoughts can increase your threshold, or like how many points you can put into something, but unfortunately I don't think I have any. But I did look, oh, I'm an idiot, I should have gone the other way. I'm taking the long way. But another way is drinking alcohol, I believe, can temporarily increase your abilities. So as much as I did not want to have to drink more, I think I may have to, unfortunately. Oh, I didn't check this out, apparently. I'm getting distracted, I'm getting distracted. See, the thing is, I just remembered about the tab. So there's a lot of stuff I actually missed.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Marzov.
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting. He was definitely controversial. The tenant here seems to like him. There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Now, do I be a communist or do I be, socialist?
I suspect that's exactly what they are trying to do. There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
It is my duty as a cop to investigate every square inch of this world.
Attaboy. The world's secrets
the Jam Rock Shuffle.
They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
I am a little nosy. Oh, a bullet. Nice. Okay, now I just need a gun. Oh wait, I have a gun, don't I? Will that gun actually fit? And I've got a lounge jacket. Oh, can't believe I missed that before. I'm glad I checked. See, now I'm being bad. I'm going...
You hear someone walking around inside.
I'm just checking everything just to make sure. I missed this too. Holy cow. I'm going the opposite way of where I should be going, I know. Oh, a book. Okay. I do not have time to read a book right now. Okay, balcony, balcony, balcony. Let's go to the... Oop, what am I doing here? That's not what I want. So I have a 9mm bullet, or so that would probably fit in my gun once I eventually get my gun back. I want to go this way, balcony. So that's another... oh, there he is. So that's another thing I need to do tonight, is getting distracted again. Okay, this is locked. Is I need to get those signatures so that I can get my gun. Because I have a bullet for it.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from his cigarettes.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights. Its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight, and his shirt is still unbuttoned.
We've got your hint. Found the key right under the stone.
Beautiful.
He replies, smiling. As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
Okay, it's what I'm aiming for, yes.
Beautiful.
He says again. A nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello.
Ah,
Step in.
I was hoping it'd be
He's already
Ruby. By the way, I'm really digging the view here.
Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
Wait. Suddenly you are digging things?
Is it Friday tonight? It feels like Friday.
Yeah, it does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather.
Why would I want to meet your friend?
Trust me, you do. That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered
This almost feels like a setup.
Looks around. It's getting dark, and the neighboring windows have lit up one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
Okay, only if you promise we'll talk again. It's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, alright?
Hey, plus 70 experience. Okay, sweet. Interview the Sunday friend.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
He's always leaving. Why is he always leaving, Kim? Why does everybody leave me, Kim?
Who knows, detective? It's mystery.
And Kim, why are you acting so weird? There's something different about him I can't put my finger on.
Different, of course.
He's such a good listener. I like talking to him. He smells good. Why does he smell so good? Dude, do I have a crush on him?
Something so mysterious about the way he talks.
Very mysterious.
Very. Come on, detective. Let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
All right, let's do it. Before we do it, let's kind of take stock of everything. Oh, is that like a kimono? Oh, hell yeah. Party dragon silk robe. Fuck yeah, I've been getting a lot of clothes this episode. Expensive men's perfume lingers in the air. And a Samaran conical hat, okay? Okay, I am fucking wearing this. I don't care. Oh my... Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god, look at this. The sleazy, silky bathing robe in vibrant blues features a roaring dragon on its front, ready to take off into the night. A red belt has been provided for fastening. It's culturally insensitive, but only for people who are not from Sale. The real Salites probably don't care. Oh my god, the hat! The hat! Insensitive bachelor party vibes. This tawny cone-shaped hat looks like a beacon of Samaran wisdom, its straws sticking up like antennas. Thank God you can't really see people's reactions when they see you strolling around in this incredibly insensitive headpiece. Super logical for a cop to wear this. Okay, and then we've got the summer jacket. Nah. Look at this. I would put the glasses on, but I can't even see the glasses. Oh, I wish I could see myself with the glasses. Oh, I can equip a bullet. Okay. I do have the bullet, right? Tools? I thought I picked up a bullet. I mean, I know I did. Just, okay, empathy, logic, authority. I feel like empathy, maybe. Okay. Oh, hell yeah, look at these clothes. And I feel like I gotta have a beer in my hand. I gotta, double fisted. Yeah, there. Yeah. Yes. Oh my god. This is amazing. Oh, we got more stuff here. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's talk to... I love how I just came into this guy's place and just took his clothes.
Keep it, officer. It looks good on you.
I'm glad I equipped it.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Monsieur Laclé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible.
Just seems like a setup.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot.
Okay, this is his stuff I took. Okay, before we get to this, tell me, where did you get this beautiful robe from?
Oh, we got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally insensitive.
As I'm wearing
but
it.
The material is great. Sadly, the shop is now out of business. That's really all I can tell you about it.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
Okay, you actually witnessed the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
He didn't see the hanging. He saw the little show.
Oh,
States
Jesus.
by the
Is it
hardest.
because you did it?
Let him talk. He may know more than even he knows.
All right, start from the beginning if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood I should not be seeing this.
That lines up with previous testimony, doesn't it? Well done, detective.
All right, thank you, sir. I think we've got the picture. Anything else stand out?
Only that there were about 8 or 10. I couldn't make out anything. It was so dark. And it was quiet. Quietest lynching I've ever heard of, let alone heard. But I suspect you knew that already. I can't say I'm surprised. The fine reputation of the men and women serving in the RCM is well deserved.
As I'm dressed in a kimono and an incredibly insensitive hat, double fisting beer. What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes. As I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Intern.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the Moral Intern is joking or not.
La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
What is the price stability?
It is the most important thing. It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%. But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
All right, give me a leaflet.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the Moral Intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the Moral Intern's commitment to transparency.
Yeah, I've heard about this Moral Intern before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists. Hence, Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies.
Mind babies. So when I said I was a lackey of capital, what I should have said is I'm a Moral Intern bitch.
There are more nefarious powers to work for than the Moral Intern.
But of course. Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values?
Lieutenant, are you a moralist?
Me? I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Ravachol.
A very moralist answer.
The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors.
Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. but they are working towards it.
Oh, here we go. Here comes the politics.
Relatively speaking.
Okay, let's see. It's like every time I talk to people, I'm choosing option D. None of the above is this moralism. That is so funny. I'm picking that.
Is this option D usually the most
Oh my god, this is amazing. Everything else is super extreme. It's like I'm living with a bunch of lunatics. I love how the game is calling me out.
Sounds like you're a moralist indeed.
I guess I'm a moralist.
Welcome. Moralism is all about compromise and achieving the achievable. It's pragmatic, realistic, and level-headed. An ideology for doers. Are you a doer, my friend? It looks to me like you are. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS. Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
Darlings? That can't be an official designation.
What makes Revachol Sur-la-Clé's darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Jamrock and other parts of the international zone have been mercifully spared of Sur-la-Clé's love for meatballs and mashed potatoes.
Whatever you wish, officer.
Okay, what if I told you there's a fugitive from the moral intern in Martinez?
A fugitive?
Hypothetically speaking, you might add.
Well, I would say that is very bad indeed. Not super. What sort of a fugitive are we talking about here?
Oh no! Oh no, okay. That's, I gotta be careful with this. I'm talking about, what's her face? I don't want to actually send her, like, I don't want to put her on anyone's radar.
Oh, a good joke.
Yes, yes, just a joke.
Littering is of course a local offense that need not concern the moral intern. Very good. Now, was there anything else you'd like to discuss?
Can you tell me about your friend? My guy's, Harry's very interested in him. Is like, why is his shirt always unbuttoned? Why does he smell so good? Why is he so mysterious?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters. Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What is this EPIS thing you keep talking about?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see. It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
Okay, but like, what does it stand for?
Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole.
No, what do the letters stand for?
It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far.
Oh my god.
We are very excited to take it to the next
You don't
level.
even hear the words I'm saying.
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident. You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy. It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Except that candidate members never become full members.
No, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
How did you two become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Peninsula? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
You're describing how the coalition occupied Revachol.
One of the wonders of democracy is that everyone is allowed to have his own opinion. And not just allowed, encouraged even.
I don't know what to think about this guy.
Debate? Debating. You should consider joining a debating society for adults. I hear they're oodles of fun.
Oodles.
I used to have a flyer for one, but now that I start thinking of it, it was for an improv class anyway. It's this funny theater thing, you know? Very creative. Helps relieve stress.
A chill runs down your spine as you envision a half-dozen people in professional attire standing around a chair, awkwardly pretending to be waiting for a motor bus. It's neither funny nor creative.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Okay, but what's his name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So all you can tell me about him is he's here to study the arts?
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes. He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
What are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view. Listen.
A baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
Someone's baby's crying.
Oh, listen. The Insulindian Bay.
What about it?
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away. My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
A busy bee? What an odd choice of words.
I'm all ears, officer.
Okay. I
A moment.
I was like, I feel like I got no information from this guy. We already knew about the lynching. That wasn't really a lynching. This guy talks in circles and he's just like he's not being straightforward with me.
Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well. Sure,
okay.
Go ahead.
Alright, I think I saw everything. Especially, like, I gotta be careful if he says I'll never be able to talk to him again.
Anything else?
I guess that's it. Alright, I guess that's it. I feel very strange after that conversation. I feel like I didn't get much, but I got these sick-ass clothes, so worth it. So we are gonna end today's episode with that very strange conversation with this strange man and this other strange man who owns the apartments. Very mysterious. We explored a little bit more of the other side of Revachol, but not nearly as much as I thought. We basically spent most of our time at the church. Haven't even finished that yet. We gotta open up that ice cream thing, get that woman her information that she needs so that the guys can go into the church. Get that finished. We'll have to talk to the police tomorrow about confirming the identity of that man so we can wrap up the thing with the working class woman. We can confirm that that was her husband. And try and explore a little bit more of the island. Maybe, I know the day's not over yet, so there's like some little stuff, but maybe I'll go back to Joyce, talk about reality with her a little bit more next episode. See about maybe forging those signatures. There's a lot to do. It's a little overwhelming, but we will start day 4 next episode and try and get some stuff finished and get a lot more side quests, I'm sure. Still have to find Lena's husband as well, the cryptozoologist. There's just a whole lot. So we're gonna wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for day 4 of Disco Elysium next time. Until then, bye. Special shoutouts to my top tier patrons: Revealing Storm, Emily Hornsby, Henry98, Lindsby A, Kenju Storm, and Icognito.